Hey lovelies, you are welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I did promise us in my last video that I'll be showing you how I created this neck design. I also showed the little part of the sleeve. If you have not watched my previous video, kindly do for better understanding. Let's quickly dive into the video. For the neck design, what I did was just to measure the neck width, and this gave me about 6 inches. I then went ahead to fold my plain fabric into two, then I marked 3.5 inches on fold, meaning that when I open it up, it will be 7 inches. To get the length of the design, I measured 7 inches on the blouse, but on the plain fabric, I measured 10 inches because I wanted it to be a little long, and again I also added sewing allowance. So after getting the width of about 3.5 inches, which I marked, I also marked 10 inches vertically. Then I just used my free hand to create that shape. I then went ahead to cut it out. I used this piece to cut out another similar piece, so meaning I had two pieces. The next thing I did was to face the two right sides together like so. I went ahead to stitch. I left an opening as well for turning. I've just turned inside out and I also gave it a good press. Then I did a little kissy pleat. You can see it, I just pleated back and forth. I held it down with my pins and I'll be stitching it down. But before then, let me show you what I did. I just placed my elastic like that. Then I will still stitch on it too, though I was just trying something different. I just went ahead to stitch it down, then thereafter I placed it on it and stitch it as well. Well, you could make yours longer than this or wider. Like I said, I was just trying something different, but later turned out to look good. I stitched on both ends of the elastic to keep the pleats in place. When I was done, I just placed the design on the neck of the blouse. I made sure it was really centralized. If you are not sure if your design is centralized, you can decide to measure it to see if you have equal space by the sides of the design. I went ahead to pin it down, then took it to my sewing machine to stitch as well. I made sure the neck was aligning with the neck of the blouse. When I was done, I went ahead to measure the round neck of the blouse. I'll be showing you how to make a bishop collar without stress. Just watch. After taking the round neck measurements, of which I got 16 inches, I went ahead to cut out a piece of about 17 inches long and 3 inches wide. I also cut out an interfacing of the same length and width. I'll be folding the two ends like so of about half an inch. I'll also do for the other end. I'll take it to my pressing iron. I'm going to iron it that way. Here is how it looks after ironing. It looks like a bias kind of. I would be sewing it like this, but first I would open up the zipper, then fold in that end. I'll get a needle and thread, preferably a different color of thread. I'll do a rough stitching. The essence of this rough stitching is to keep the collar in place before doing the proper stitching. While doing the rough stitching, ensure you properly fix the neck into the collar so that it doesn't pull out while doing the proper stitching. It's so easy. When I got to the end of the stitching, I folded in the raw end just the way I started it, and here is how it looks. So it will be easy now to sew with the sewing machine, which I have just done. You can see how neat it is. So it's practically the easiest way to make a bishop collar. And for the sleeve, in my previous video, I showed how I cut it. I just folded my fabric into 4, then I placed my pattern paper on it. Then I just got my elastic a little shorter than the actual width of the cuff so that it can give me little gathers. Then I went ahead to stitch before attaching it to the main blouse. And here is the final look. If this video has been helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Do like, comment and share my videos. See you in my next one, and bye.